I messed up. So, remember in the last video when I said I was gonna get better Pokemon Go, right? Well, I never should have said that because since then, I could hear them, the lawyers, waiting for me, ready to sue. And look, after what we made last time, I wouldn't blame them. It looks exactly like Pokemon, just vertical. Also, what about the game loop? Right now, all you can do is fight one Pokemon. That's not a game. That's just a feature. And if I just make Pokemon again, all anybody's gonna say is, oh wow, that's cool. But this is exactly like Pokemon, which I can already play on my new Nintendo 3DS XL. Plus, I'm reporting you to Nintendo because that is clearly a Pikachu. I cannot have that. But I think I figured out a way to solve all my problems. A way to make the game unique and fun. And it's paper thin and starts with a C. And rhymes with nards. It's cards. I'm adding cards to my game. Alright, now before you ask, why are you adding cards to your game? Didn't that one game already do that? And no, I have no idea what you're talking about. The reason I'm adding cards is to give the game a much needed flair element. Because if you look at it now, there isn't really much to do besides battle. And even though battling's fun, you gotta do more stuff in the game. Now, I've always liked mechanics where you can look at what you got, you know, by moving them around and examining all the nooks and crannies, like, you know, in Counter-Strike or Valorant or... Oh, come on! But to do this, I gotta use 3D models, and that brings us to our first real problem. I'm not that good at 3D modeling. I mean, this was supposed to be a gamer face. What happened? But since cards are literally the easiest thing to make, I mean, they're literally just flat 2D planes, this should take me more than an hour tops. I never want to hear the name UV masking again. And even though it took, you know, way longer than expected, the card model is finally done. And you know what else is done? Imagine it. Now, all I have to do is make the card rotate with the mouse. But unlike 3D modeling, coding is kind of my thing. So this shouldn't take me longer than 30 minutes, in and out. I never want to hear the words Vector 3i again. I hate vectors, I hate vectors, I hate vectors, I hate vectors, I hate vectors! Okay, even though we had a few problems with making this scene, it actually turned out pretty good. Look at this, it's really fun. Whee! Whee! And after finishing up the card, I started to experiment with changing up the card designs. And since we're using 3D models, if we use the right dimensions, it's actually pretty easy. The one thing that seemed the hardest was the easiest. Isn't that funny? All I have to do is change the image the card is using, and that works. I was just as surprised as you. Now the final plan for this scene is to let you design the card yourself using a bunch of, you know, preset pictures and stuff, but I didn't get around to finishing that for this video because something else took most of my time. Why isn't it showing? What's with the lock box? Come on. Why is every video scuffed? Come on, open the freaking box. It probably won't show itself for a few more minutes, I guess. Alright, while we wait on whatever's happening with that, let's read a few comments from the last video. Who knows? I'll make it some inspiration. Alright, the first comment says, your spots. You look like SpongeBob. SpongeBob? What does this mean? Like my freckles? How does it make me look like SpongeBob? You know what? Whatever, let's just read another comment that was obviously rage bait, so... Okay. Whew. Amazing content, SpongeBob, keep up the grind. What is this? I don't look like SpongeBob. All right, let's see if this box is open now. Okay, well, I guess we gotta talk about the next thing instead. Yes, I know. 10 out of 10 transition. Thank you. Oh, you're gonna subscribe? You should make sure to subscribe. Yeah, do that. You should do that. Now, before we go into the next part, I want to change up the fight UI because it looks pretty bad. Like, let's just be honest here. Why is that Pikachu floating up there? Why is one health bar up here, one down here? It doesn't make sense. We're gonna change this thing up. But the problem is I'm not that great at making UI. Oh, hello. What's this? Is that for me? Oh, I'll take this. Thank you. Oh, where did he go? Okay. What is this? Oh, it's new UI. Wow. You see, I tricked you because I was actually the one who made this UI, and that other guy, he was me. I know, crazy, right? But in all honesty, having the health up here by itself and then Mons down here, it just reads a lot better and it's easier for mobile screens to, actually work. So I think it looks much better. Now, usually games like Pokemon will have you go around until you get an encounter, then you'll battle that encounter, you'll either catch or defeat them, blah, 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 blah. But since this is a mobile game, I don't really want you to have to fiddle with
touch controls because those really suck. Like, I'm gonna be honest, the touch joystick, no, I can't stand that crap. I mean, all that to get one encounter. What does this look like? Pokemon Go? Oh. Right. To solve this, I decided to change the encounter system into a dungeon system. Now, each dungeon will have a certain amount of encounters, like, I don't know, 10, 15, 50, I don't really care how many encounters. And you'll have to fight or catch each of those encounters until the end to beat the dungeon where it'll be cleared. There's a, wow, woo, wow, it's cleared. Wow, look at that. It's, yeah, you see what I'm talking about? Now, I'd usually cut to a 15 days later joke and say this took super long, but this time, it was actually pretty easy to code. Because I copied it all from my old game, baby. See! Now, a little bit ago, I did tell a slight lie. No, not about the surprise, that still is an opening. I fibbed about the reason I wanted to change the UI.
You see, the real reason I changed the UI is because I wanted to make it 3D, baby. Woo!
That's right. This whole time, you're looking at a 3D scene, which means I can do things like this now. Wow, that's cool. That is really cool, right? Yo. What's up, brown dog? What the? Yellow mouse, turn on this instant. But actually, I just want the camera to move around by itself, so while you're choosing a move, it's not as, boring and you just stare at one thing. Because we can't be boring here, can we? No, we can't be. That's right. Okay, and with that, the core of the game is done. And now, all I have to do is flesh out those features, and we'll have ourselves a video game.
That won't be done this video.
But I'm not gonna leave you with nothing. Nope. It's time for the surprise, baby! Dude, just freaking open the box!
Welcome to Silver's Card Displayer. Now, the reason I made this is because, I teased the game twice and, have no demo or really anything to show for it, so I decided to turn one of the features of my game into its own little thing because, it seemed fun, so there you go. Now, if you ever wanted to have a card but society won't let you, now you can just make your own.
I am not responsible for things people put on their cards.
Now, this is just a little thank you for watching these videos. Thank you for last video. It did way better than I expected. So, I'll keep pumping these out. Hopefully in the next video I can have a, more of a demo for this game, but no promises. These games and views take a lot of time, so I'm not gonna promise anything. Anyway, thank you for watching this video, and don't worry, the next one will be much more cursed. So subscribe. Do it. Do it. Do it now. It's like Marvel, I guess. I don't know.